Today we are going to do a quick full body fiery flow. So if you're looking for more of a stronger practice, this is perfect for you. It will get the energy moving through the body and create that fire within. So we're going to get right into it, coming to a seated cross-legged position to find some grounding and stillness before we move into our flow. So when you're ready, finding that nice cross-legged position, taking a deep inhale as you roll your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, loop them down the spine and really open up through the chest and the heart area, flipping the palms up towards the sky. And just gently closing the eyes here as we take the attention inwards now. Finding stillness, connecting with your breath. And just notice how you're feeling today. Becoming aware of any physical sensations within the body. Any tightness, any areas that are in need of your attention, just sending the breath to that area now. And as you inhale, breathing in how you wish to feel today. And as you exhale, letting go of any stale energy, taking with it any fears, any worries, any limiting self-beliefs. Just coming back to the breath each time, that grounding force within. Taking hands together in prayer, thumbs to chest, opening the eyes softly. Keeping the gaze downward for a moment, taking a deep inhale, fill yourself up. As you exhale, side out, let it go. Take a big inhale as you draw those arms up overhead. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down behind you at the base of the spine, placing that right palm over left knee. Take a deep inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, twist and move the torso towards the left. Finding this lovely seated supine twist. Take one deep inhale here. As you exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Take an inhale as you reach up through those left fingertips. Exhale, fold it forward, taking that left hand in front of right knee. Fold the chest, fold the forehead down and breathe. Inhale as you slowly roll the body back up, stacking the vertebrae. Release the hands as you draw palms overhead. Take the palms to prayer. Exhale, release the hands, taking that right hand behind you this time, placing left hand over right knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist and move the torso towards the right this time. So really tapping into that out breath. So really elongating the exhale to really switch on that parasympathetic nervous system and help you to go that bit deeper in your twist. Inhale, reach up through right fingertips. As you exhale, fold it forward, drop the forehead down and breathe. On your next inhale, slowly starting to draw that palm up. And exhale, release the hands. Coming right onto all fours here, finding tabletop position. Taking those fingers nice and wide apart. Making the palms face downward and drawing those hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, feet are untucked here. Press away from the earth, draw that navel in, finding your tabletop position. So here, nice soft bend in the elbows. As you inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, rotate elbow creases out to face the front of the mat. Tailbone is high, draw the gaze up, finding cow pose. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck chin to chest, tuck tailbone in, find cat. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens. Exhale, round the spine, connecting with the breath here. Let's go for 1 more. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, press away from the earth. Draw that chin in. And as you inhale, coming back, find tabletop. When you're ready, walking those hands out in front, keep the hips stacked above the knees. Finding your heart melting pose, Anahastasana. Exhale, melt the chest, the chin, or the forehead to the mat and just breathe. Take nice, long, even breaths here. Feel this beautiful release in the shoulders, the upper arms, and just Tapping into the breath once more, connecting with that inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly lift the gaze and start to draw that right hand back underneath the shoulder, left hand back underneath the shoulder, finding tabletop once more. Take those knees out nice and wide, bringing big toes to touch, send the hips back to the heels, walk the hands out in front, and exhale, melt the heart and forehead down, finding your child's pose. And just shaking the head out, no here, massage the forehead out, maybe gently sway the body from side to side. Finding that nice movement in your child's pose, and then when you're ready, coming back to stillness, sink those hips back towards the heels. At the same time, walking the hands out in front. Feel that beautiful stretch in the back body. As you inhale, lift the gaze, pressing down on the palms. Inhale as you wave the body forward, dropping pubic bone down to the mat. Take the hands underneath shoulders, draw the shoulders back, heels come towards glutes. Open up the chest, take the gaze to the sky. Exhale, sink it back, find your child's pose. Let's go for one more. Inhale, pressing into the palms, wave the body forward. So wrists underneath shoulders, draw the heels back, open up the heart. And exhale, sink it back, find your child's pose. Inhale, lift the gaze, sweep that right hand over to the right edge of the mat. Take your left hand over so that the thumbs kiss. Exhale, sink the hips, drop the forehead down and melt it down. Find that lovely lateral stretch on the left side body. Inhale, lift the gaze, sweep left hand over to the left edge of the mat. Take that right hand over, exhale, sink it down. And find that lovely stretch on the right side body. Inhale, lift the gaze. Take the hands out in front and slowly take those hips above the knees once more. Draw the knees in, walk the hands back. Find your tabletop position here. Keep those fingers nice and spread apart. This time tuck the toes under. Soft bend in the elbow. On your next inhale, start to hover those knees off the mat. Draw the navel in and breathe. Holding it here for 5, 4, really engaging the core here. 3, 2, and 1. Take those hips back towards the heels, drop the head down. Inhale, let that tailbone draw up high to the sky. And as you exhale, walk the heels back, pedal the feet out, finding your first downward facing dog with the calves. So just bend and extend opposite legs here. Let your head hang heavy. Take your gaze into the gap in between your two legs. Spread those fingers nice and wide. As you inhale, come up high on the tippy toes, lift that tailbone high. And as you exhale, sink those heels down as you melt the heart in towards the thighs, finding your full expression of Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come high up on the tippy toes. Let's go for a sun salutation. Walk the feet up towards the top of your mat. Feet come up to the hands and feet are hip width distance. Take an inhale as you lift halfway. Slide hands up onto shins. Lift the chest. As you exhale, fold it forward. Uttanasana. Here your weight is in the front of the feet. Take hands around shins or ankles and start to draw chest towards thighs. Drop the head down. Inhale, draw those arms out and all the way up overhead. Take the palms to touch, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here, connect with your breath. Draw that navel in. And when you're ready, let's go for round 1. Inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, as we swan dive, hinge forward, Uttanasana pose. Inhale, lift halfway. Slide those hands up onto shins. Exhale, fold. Press down on the palms. Step right foot back. Step your left foot back, find plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees down, flatten through the feet. Draw those elbows in, chest, chin, and then the whole body comes down. Coming onto the belly here, hands underneath shoulders. Draw those elbows in. Inhale, peel the chest up, find cobra. Exhale to lower. Draw the forehead down, tuck toes under. Press away from the earth, take the hips back to the heels. Inhale, lift the tailbone high. Exhale, plug the heels, pedal it out. Downward facing dog, well done. Take a breath here. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the tippy toes. And as you exhale, sink the heels down. On your next inhale, come high up on those tippy toes. This time walk the feet up to meet the hands once more. Feet are hip width distance. Inhale as you lift halfway, slide the hands up. And as you exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, draw those arms out and all the way up overhead. Take the palms to touch and exhale, hands to heart center. Moving right into round 2. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging from the hips as we fold. Inhale, lift halfway. This time, option if you wish to take the fingers in line with shoulders and lift the chest up. As you exhale, fold it down. Step or option to jump the feet back to find plank. Drop the knees down, flatten through the feet. Chest, chin, and then the whole body comes down. Inhale, peel the chest up, find cobra. Exhale to lower, tuck the toes under, press away from the earth. Take hips back towards the heels. Inhale, lift the tailbone high. Exhale, plug the heels, paddle it out. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Exhale, side out. Well done. This time on the inhale, come high up on the tippy toes. Option to walk or lightly jump your feet up to meet your hands. Feet are hip width distance. Inhale, lift halfway, your version. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, draw those arms out and all the way up overhead. Take the palms to touch, hands come to heart center. And breathe. So, building up that energy within. I can definitely feel my heart rate increasing, so I hope you can too. Take a moment here, connect with your breath and your intention for today. And just feel this lovely sense of grounding through all 4 corners of the feet. As we move into round 3, taking it nice and quickly this time. When you're ready, drawing those arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana pose. Inhale, lift halfway, your version. Exhale, fold, step or lightly jump feet back, find plank. Option to drop it down, front knees, chest, chin, or if you wish, chaturanga, hug elbows in. Shift the weight forwards and slowly lower and hover the body over the mat. Inhale, find cobra or up dog. Keeping the hips, thighs and knees hovering over the mat. Draw the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the gaze, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, plug the heels and find your downward facing dog once more. Paddle it out and breathe. Inhale, come high up on those tippy toes. Walk or lightly jump the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, lift halfway, your version. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, taking those arms out and overhead. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Tadasana, take a moment here, connect with your breath. And breathe. Well done, releasing the hands. Taking a nice wide stance back with that left leg. Back heel is off the mat. Tucking the tailbone in, finding our high lunge, our crescent lunge. So here I want you to take those arms either side of the hips. Take a deep inhale as we draw arms up overhead. Spiral those pinky fingers towards one another. Front knee in line with front ankle. You may need to widen the stance so you can really sink those hips down a little deeper. Good job. Inhale as you lift through the fingertips. On the exhale, we're going to tilt the chest forward and draw those arms back. Take the gaze to the floor, finding our arrow pose. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, sweep it back, find arrow pose. Let's go for one more. Inhale. And exhale, sweep it back, find arrow. On your next inhale, come high, all the way up to your crescent lunge. This time we're going to move into our warrior 3 pose. So we're going to shift the weight into that front foot. So nice and slowly here, testing the balance. Start to draw the weight forward as you draw that left leg back. And when you're ready, you feel comfortable grounding into that right leg. Send the weight and energy into that right standing leg. Soft bend in the knee. Tilt the chest forward as you draw that left leg back. And keep those arms extended into this T shape, finding your warrior 3. Option to draw those arms back in airplane pose. Well done. Inhale as you slowly draw arms forward once more. Exhale, drop that back foot down. And from here, we're going to pivot on that back foot and open the arms out into our warrior 2. So arms are shoulder level and your gaze is over that right middle finger. Sink those hips nice and low. Back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Relax the shoulders. Take a flying warrior as we flip the palms. Inhale, draw the palms together. And exhale, release. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. From here, flipping that right palm. Take an inhale as we reverse the warrior. On the exhale, we're going to start to draw that right elbow to right knee. Flipping the palm, reach up overhead or all the way overhead with that left arm. Extended side angle. Let's flip and reverse the warrior once more. This time, finding that extended side angle, we're going to draw that right hand inside right foot. Reach up with left arm, or option to sweep that left arm around to catch the inside of that right thigh. Here we're going to rotate that left shoulder up towards the sky. Take the gaze with you. Breathing nice and deeply. And from here, taking that right hand outside right foot, shifting the weight forward, preparing for a half moon pose. So ready to shift the weight into that front leg. From here, we're going to take that left hand to left hip and start to draw that left leg up towards the sky, keeping that foot pointed. Option to extend that left arm in your half moon pose, or just keep the hand on the hip. Nice soft bend in that standing leg if you wish. And breathe. Find your balance. Keep your gaze and connect with your breath. Option if you wish to take those right fingers off the mat, or just simply release. And as you exhale, we're going to release both hands, square the hips off and keep that left leg extended. Start to draw that right hand around right ankle, or just keep the hands in front. If you wish, start to send the chest towards that right thigh as you kick that left leg back, finding your standing split. Exhale, release the hands and slowly lower that left foot down. Back heel is off the mat. Frame that right foot. Send the right foot back, find plank pose. As you exhale, taking your vinyasa, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And take a nice deep cleansing breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. On your next inhale, come high up on those tippy toes. Walk or lightly jump the feet up to meet the hands. Feet are hip width distance. Take an inhale, lift halfway, your version. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana pose. And just clasping the elbows with opposite hands here as you introduce a little sway through the torso. Finding your ragdoll pose here. And just releasing any tension in the lower back area. Nice gentle sway here from side to side. Let the head and arms hang heavy. And breathe. On your next exhale, find stillness, release the hands. Inhale as you sweep arms up overhead, take the palms to touch. And as you exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Releasing the hands, palms facing out. Preparing for the opposite side, I'm going to turn and face the other way. When you're ready, taking a nice wide stance back with that right leg. Back heel is off the mat. Making sure as you lunge into that left knee, your front knee is in line with ankle. You should be able to see that left big toe. Release the hands, tuck tailbone in, draw those arms up overhead. So hips are squared to the front of the mat, spiraling those pinky fingers. As you exhale, sink down a little deeper. Inhale, find length. On your next exhale, we're going to sweep the arms back, find arrow pose. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale, draw those arms up overhead. Exhale, sweep it back. Last one, inhale. And exhale, sweep it back. On your next inhale, drawing those arms up overhead. Preparing for Virabhadrasana. So warrior 3, shifting the weight forwards into that left standing leg. As you shift the weight forwards, you're going to start to lift that right leg off the mat, tilt the chest, draw the arms forward, creating this T shape. So making that hip in line with that right foot. Extending arms forward, option to draw them back to find airplane. Let that gaze remain focused on a certain point in front of you that doesn't move. And then slowly Taking those arms out in front, drawing that back foot down, finding your high lunge once more. As you exhale, pivot on that back foot, open arms out, shoulder level, finding warrior two. Let's fly the warrior, flip the palms. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it here, flipping that left palm. Take an inhale as you reach up and over, reverse the warrior. Exhale, drawing left elbow to left knee and extend that arm long. Find extended side angle. Let's go for one more. Inhale, reverse the warrior. This time on the exhale, we're going to take that left hand inside left foot and left leg. And then option with that right arm, taking it all the way inside. So that right hand rests inside that left inner thigh. And just drawing the gaze up to the sky. Breathing here nice and deeply. Lovely one for the hips. And when you're ready, taking that left hand outside left foot, preparing for our half moon pose. Option to take that right hand to right hip, shifting the weight forwards, and reaching forward with that left hand. Slowly start to draw that right leg off the mat, pointing the foot. Hips are open here towards the right. Option to extend that right arm up towards the sky. And again, if you wish, you can take that left hand off the mat or the ground. I'm going to stay grounded here because my balance is a little off on this side today. So just go with whatever suits you. And then when you're ready, releasing that right hand down, square the hips off and keep that right leg extended, point the foot. Drawing that left hand around left ankle if you wish. As you exhale, start to send the chest towards the thigh as you kick that right leg back, finding your standing split. Breathing here. And as you exhale, releasing that left hand, slowly lowering down on that right foot. Walk the hands back, frame the left leg, step the left foot back, find your plank. And then taking your vinyasa here, your choice, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. And from here, we're going to drop the knees down, send the hips back, and take a child's pose. Whew, definitely in need of a rest here. So, starting to feel that energy pumping through the veins, pumping through the body. And just gently rocking the body from side to side. Shake the forehead out now as we find stillness and start to slow things down. Well done. Take an inhale as you lift the gaze. Draw that right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it under. Coming down on that right shoulder. Keeping the hips back towards the heels. Keep that left arm extended out. Right palm faces the sky. And breathe. Releasing that hand, extend it out in front. This time drawing that left arm up. Exhale, thread it under, coming down on left shoulder. And sink those hips back. And just breathing nice and deeply into this stretch. Well done. Slowly release and extend that arm up. Inhale as we wave the body forward. Drop pubic bone down, draw the heels back. And exhale, sink it back, find your child's pose. Inhale, lift the hips up, walk the hands back, draw the knees in, find tabletop once more. Tuck toes under and send the hips down as we come into a seated position. So here you're going to extend the legs out in front, coming to the front edge of the sit bones, finding your seated forward fold here. So as you inhale, reach up through the fingertips, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, hinging forward from the hips, start to fold the chest towards the thighs. So you're reaching for the shins, the ankles, or the soles of the feet, whichever feels more accessible for you today. So just really tuning into your own body, listening to how it feels. If you're practicing in the morning, you may feel a lot tighter, so this is completely normal. So just go easy on yourself today. Use the breath as you inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, fold and soften into this lovely stretch. On your next inhale, slowly start to stack the vertebrae up one at a time. Crown of the head blast, pressing down on the palms. Scooch the bum forward, coming down onto the soles of the feet. Reaching forward with both arms. On an exhale, tiny tuck of the tailbone in towards pubic bone and slowly start to melt the body down on the floor. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Release the arms and take them out so that they're shoulder level. So hands are in line with the shoulders, walk the heels back. Take an inhale as you lift the feet off the mat. So your legs are in a tabletop position. On your next exhale, I'm going to draw those knees over to the right. Hips are stacked. And take the gaze over that left shoulder or left middle finger. So feeling this beautiful stretch on your supine twist. Making sure that that left shoulder stays firmly planted on the floor. And when you're ready, inhale, start to draw those knees back towards center. And then when you're ready, dropping them over to the left, taking the gaze over the right shoulder this time. And again, just breathing nice and deeply here. Nice, long, even breaths. Option 2, cross the legs for Garudasana if you wish to feel a deeper stretch here. And again, just be mindful of that right shoulder. Keep it planted on the floor. Inhale, release. Draw those knees up towards the sky. And from here, taking those feet to the soles of the feet to the ceiling, finding your happy baby pose. So threading the arms inside the legs and reaching for the shins, ankles, or soles of the feet. Let that tailbone hang heavy as you draw those knees in towards the armpits. Gentle rock and sway here as you release any tension in that area, the lower back, the hips. Option 2, take those 2 peace fingers around the big toes as you extend and bend opposite legs. So extending right leg as you bend the left. And then swapping it over, extend left leg, bending the right. And slowly drawing both knees in and wrapping your arms around the knees. Give yourself a nice big hug. And as you exhale, release. Release the feet down. And then slowly turning over onto your right side. Coming back up to a seated, cross-legged position, just as we began our practice today. When you're ready, taking those arms up overhead, take the palms to touch. And exhale. Taking hands to prayer, thumbs to chest. And just closing the eyes here. Give yourself a moment to let everything settle and sink in. Noticing this new shift in energy levels, this new attitude of openness within. And slowly drawing the chin to chest, showing gratitude to yourself for making the effort to show up on your mat today. And I would like to extend my gratitude to you all for sharing in this virtual class with me. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you feel the benefits like I do right now. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.